All right, Jayjeezy.
Yes, sir.
Jay, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
I grew up in Tampa, Florida. Uh, my mom died when I was 2 years old, so I was raised by my dad and my grandma pretty much my whole life.
How would you describe your childhood?
My childhood, it was all right. It wasn't the best, but I mean, it wasn't the worst either. It was just, I would say I was blessed enough. Like my dad wanted me to, get through school and become something myself, but pretty much everybody. So everybody wanted me to make something out of myself, so I could, be successful one day. Because, when I was in middle school, I was bullied a lot. I would make fun of all that. Other kids, they would try to they would use me as a punching bag. So
For what reasons?
just to make them feel bad about themselves and make me feel bad because they wanted me to feel bad for whatever reason. So they would make fun of me so they can get the last laugh. So
Did you have friends as a kid?
I mean, when I went to school, everybody knew who I was. Everybody knew me. Middle school and high school was all like that. Everybody knew who I was.
But did you have any close friends?
Not really. Up until I graduated, I probably got like a circle, like a few friends that I could count on my hands. I don't really I don't really have friends like that because I don't really hang out with too many people. I try to like be to myself most of the time. So if I want to hang out with somebody, I have like a couple friends that I will call up if I wanted to do that. If that makes sense.
How far did you go in school?
Say it again.
How far did you go in school?
Up until like college, I'm I'm actually in the process of getting my CDL license.
CDL is
Going to truck school soon. So hopefully, when that takes place, hopefully I'll be on the road and stuff. Cause I really wanted to have. Lately, I've been wanting a driving job, and I wanted to travel. I wanted to do all of that stuff because I worked like a couple of jobs I worked at. It was like warehouse jobs, fast food jobs. I just want to do something different with my life, and hopefully just see new places and travel.
how old are you?
I'm 26 years old.
Hmm. Have you traveled the United States at all?
Not really. I never really been outside Florida like that. Most of the time I would stay within my city, Tampa. So like I never really been outside Tampa like that. I want to be outside Tampa like that, but it's just that certain circumstances keep me from doing that.
Did you feel socially awkward as a kid?
Uh, yes, I always have. Even to this day, I feel socially awkward. So,
Is that what led you into finding girls online and stuff like that?
um, not really. It's a deeper reasoning behind that. Um, the real like I don't really find myself socially awkward. I try to like be a good person to people. I try to like be nice. I try to help people out. But like some people take advantage of that, and then I catch on to it, and it makes me feel like, damn, I'm not really like good enough for this person. I'm just a joke to them. So like I just try to like keep my distance. But to answer your question, like sometimes yeah, but then I don't really think about it like that from that standpoint.
Have you had relationships with women outside of sex workers?
Uh, I have I have plenty of times, but they never work out for obvious reasons. I find out they're just not that into me like that, or they're using me for like money and stuff, or like they just flat out don't care.
Mm. And you'll hire girls that are doing it professionally, dating guys.
Um, yeah, like I find them on like websites. I don't really be outside because from where I'm from in Tampa, like it's not like here in LA. It's not like they stand outside the block and work the whole block. Like I mean, like you will from where I'm from, we would go on a website and we would like find them on that website. You know, ask them what their prices are and stuff like that. And then once I feel like I can agree on this price to pay that price, then I'll probably see that person. But it's just certain things that I will have to take into consideration before I see it because I feel like that's a really big risk to do. Even as a man, like it's a lot of things that we have to watch out for, just like a woman would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of these people are hustlers.
Yeah, like not just the women. I understand why women feel scared and stuff like that, but when I do it, it's just like building up to it. It's just a big risk that we taking. Like first of all, like you gotta worry about the police, and then once I feel like, oh yeah, she's not a cop at all, then I gotta worry about is this is this bitch trying to rob me? Is she going to take my money and run off with it? I just think about stuff like that, or if this if is this woman who she really say she is she like some like from where I'm from, like women like they will they would tell you that they're a female, and then once you show up, it'll be something completely different. Like you'll find out she's a whole transgender, you know what I'm saying? So like stuff like that is just risky.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of them they'll pass around STDs and all of that stuff. So it's a risky game, like for us too. And people don't really understand that. They think like, oh, cause we men, we the dangerous ones. But like not all men, like not all of us dudes, like we not gangsters, you know what I'm saying? Some of us we just kinda lame, you know what I'm saying? We don't pack heat, we don't fight, none of that stuff. Like,
You're just lonely.
yeah. So like they just some of them assume like all men are just bad. Like that's not the case at all. Cause if I was doing it, then that should tell you something. Like it's bigger than a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bigger problem than that. So I feel like it's really a big risk, even for us dudes that see these women, and it's really risky. Like
Have you been set up or robbed or anything like that?
I never been like had a gun pulled out of me. Not yet, thank God. But like I mean, I had some girls they would take my money and run off like, and that actually happened like a couple of months ago. So like it's just really like it's like the scariest thing. Like you work hard for your money and then you want to like relieve yourself of your of your perversions, and then someone just takes advantage of that. So like, yeah, that's also risky too.
Mm-hmm. How often will you meet with one of these girls?
Probably like once or twice a week, and then yeah, once or twice a week.
Do you find that do you find these relationships satisfying?
For the moment, yeah, cause like it's like soon as I get like a nut off, it's like she got my money, I got my nut, I'm lonely again, or by myself again. But I work a lot, so I don't really think about being alone like that. So, but if I wasn't doing nothing, like, and she has something to do, and I have something to do, and I'm like, damn, I'm really lonely. Like, yeah, sometimes it would hit, like, or like, because me, I don't really like. I'm not the type of dude. I don't go around seeing different people all the time. I try to keep it like, I try to keep it to where I'm seeing almost the same people, maybe the same 2 or 3 females every month. I try to see the same people. Like I don't try to see different people. It just I feel like that's just too much.
You develop a little trust.
Yeah, not trust, but like I try to be a regular.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to like see somebody and then next thing you know, I find out too late, oh, this is a cop, and then next thing you know, I'm in handcuffs and everything that I'm working for is just down the drain. You know what I'm saying? It just
Has that happened to you?
huh?
Has that happened to you?
I never been arrested for that.
Have you ever developed feelings for any of these girls?
Some of them, yo, and I feel like that's a dangerous game because then like I fail to realize this is their job. This is how they eat. This is how they pay bills. This is how they keep their lights on. And I'm over here catching feelings this for this.
It's also the only thing they know
Yeah,
in most cases.
I'm catching feelings for this person, but she over here she has to suck 10 dicks a day just to like live. Like she's seeing like once I'm out the door, another dude come in, another dude come in. She telling the same thing she telling me. So it's kind of I just try to like I try to like I try to keep it to where I'm seeing at least 2 or 3 on the other side, so I don't like get too caught up in that because like it is a dangerous game, and then I'm making myself vulnerable, and and let's say she has a pimp or whatever, and I get too attached to that. It would just lead to so many problems. So I try to keep my distance. So I don't want to like get too involved with somebody like that. I try to keep it I try to keep a distance.
You think these relationships that are easy and quick kind of hurt
It's just like
hurt your ability to meet a girl on the street that is not a professional sex worker?
say that again.
Do you think these relationships that are just quick and easy get in the way of you meeting a girl, a square on the street that might lead to a more lasting relationship?
Lately, yeah, because like it's been hard trying to like somebody because I feel like what I feel most of the time is lust. And that's a bad thing to feel. Like I just like recently like I would get on Snapchat and hit up some of these girls on Snapchat, Instagram, whatever, and they would tell me, I would ask them like just something simple like, can I cash app you for pics or whatever, feet pics, for example, and it'll be sometimes it'll be some of my close friends and stuff like that, female friends, and it just get to the point where some of them feel disrespected when I ask them that, and some of them feel like, damn, he doesn't respect me at all because why would you ask me like something like some disrespectful question like that? Like it just gets in the way of that, and then it just makes me feel like not all girls looking for love. Some just want money, and I know that's not the case with every female, but it just like the way that I've been treated by women in the past, like trying to form a relationship with an actual woman and I get used up, I eventually come to the mindset where, damn, if she wants money, I just want some pussy, you know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, I'd rather just pay for it right then and there, just put the money on the table right then and there, and then, just get me out the way, and both of us go our ways. Like I just wanted like something like a transactional type of thing, as for an actual relationship, it's hard to like develop, trying to communicate and all of that, and trying to text her all day long, every day. It's just not the type of time that I'm on, because I want to like I want to see different people. I want to talk to different people. I want to, it's too many females out here just to be. I just can't focus on one person. It's hard to focus on one female. And like, if I like something and she's down for it, I'm gonna ask her like, how much for this, how much for that. It just led to that point in my life.
Do you long for a long-term committed relationship or no?
At this time, like, I'm just starting to slowly give up on it, because I just feel like it's no point when you could just like, pay for it at this point. Like after you've been doing it for so many years, you just get to the point where, damn it, so it's this easy to get some pussy. Like I don't even have to talk to her. I don't have to take her out on a date. I don't even have to be in a relationship for 6 months. I could just give her this amount of money, and then I get what I want and I'm out. It ain't got to that point. I'd rather just pay for it. Like I'd rather just hand her the money and tell her what I want from her and just keep it moving.
Did you feel empty when the whole transaction is over? Do you just kind of feel like you're...
I feel empty, one, when the money's spent, the money's out of my account, the money's out of my hand, first of all. And two, when she's gone, I would feel empty unless I'm really tired or I have something to do right after that. But like,
So she wouldn't be there if she wasn't getting paid.
Say that again?
She wouldn't be with you if you weren't paying her.
Yeah, that's true. So like, so once she's gone, it's like, damn, like, I'm still alone afterwards. It's like, I got my nuts, she got her money. I mean, it's over with. I mean, that's the game. Some people hate the game, but they can't block the layup.
Yeah, it seems like it could be a depressing lifestyle.
Yep, it is. But like, I mean, some dudes don't care about feelings. It's hard for me to mask my feelings, because if I'm messing with somebody for so long, it's bound to happen. Like, it's bound to happen. But then I gotta realize this is her job. She has to like fuck 10 dudes a day or suck 10 dicks a day just to fucking survive. And I know some girls out there, they got so much. They live in hotels. They got charges on their record, all type of stuff. Some of them can't even leave. Some of them can't even leave the state. So it just certain things, or some they addicted to the money. They just don't want to, it's just certain things. Like most of these girls, that's their job, and us men, we have to respect that, whether we like it or not. And it's just for dudes like us, you know what I'm saying?
Would you say you like women in general?
Yeah, I like women, but like, I love women. Everybody came from a woman, so how can I not like women? You know what I'm saying? I feel like women are like the best thing on earth. But I just feel like my approach is kind of hurting. It's hurting me more than anything. Like, I let my perversions get the best of me, and it's hurting me badly, because, I could have been way more ahead in life than I am now, even though I'm trying to get ahead. But it's just like, years ago, I could have been far more ahead if I just, you know, if I wasn't thinking with my dick so much. If I was just a lot more smarter with my decisions, you know. Or like, for example, like, it's people saying that I possibly might be a father or not, have a child out there. I don't know, but what that's what they be telling me. Oh, you might have a child out there. It's just stuff like that be like,
You use protection all the time or no?
always use protection, but like sometimes, you know, slip ups happen, and like you just never know. Like sometimes you could do everything right, and then next thing you know, you pull out, the whole rubber's pop like a balloon, and it done happened a couple times, and those are not the best situations to go through. Like, I'm telling you now, like, I always use protection, but sometimes you can't help it.
Yeah. Are drugs a part of your life?
No, I don't do drugs. Like, I don't see, like, I used to drink and I used to smoke weed, but like, since I'm trying to get my CDL license in a couple of months, I had to stop doing that. I stopped doing that because you can't do drugs when you're on the road. That's what I'm finna go to school for, to get my CDL. But like, yeah, I don't do drugs. I don't just weed and alcohol. That's it. But like, as far as like heroin, crack, no, I see what it do to people, and I just like, no, I'm not finna indulge in all that stuff. It's just not. That's not my thing. I don't want to stick needles in my veins. I don't want to put stuff up my nose. I'm not into that. It doesn't look exciting like people think. So I'd rather not do it. And plus, like, it'll kill you really fast. So I try to stay away from drugs. Cause like, I know some friends that did that stuff and they're not doing well in life. So I'm like, yeah, that's another reason why I'm not doing that.
What would you say your biggest fear is?
Biggest fear is like what?
Just in general. I mean, fear of being alone, being lonely, being.
I have a lot of fears, but my biggest fear is like, my biggest fear is probably like dying young and not being able to live out my dreams like I wanted to, or get my life together. Another fear, getting caught, like this stuff I'm doing now, seeing women and stuff, getting caught by the police.
You mentioned perversions. What do you have fetishes that you indulge in with these girls?
Just foot fetishes. I do have a thing for feet.
Yeah,
It's just,
you're not hurting anybody with that.
it's just like, I like to send, like, I like to cash out people for like feet pics, because most of them, mostly women that I talk to, they're willing to like this. They're willing to send me pictures of their feet for like however much they want me to send. You know what I'm saying? But me, it's like with that, it's hard to stop. I be so like, I be so tempted to ask them like how much it is for me to come on your feet type shit. And then sometimes I just come out and ask them that, whether regardless of how they feel or how they gonna respond to that, I just ask them that, and I feel like I should like stop doing that. But I feel so tempted to ask people that, because that's my favorite thing to do when I see a woman. That's the main thing I ask. Like, that's the main thing I've been doing this year alone. Just the foot fetish thing is just, I rather get a foot job before I even have sex with a woman. It's just, That's my thing. I rather just have, I rather just, I can't explain it, but it's just a better feeling than sex.
I've heard that. What do you think the factors were that led you into this interest in these women?
When I was when I was 20 years old, my oldest brother, yeah, my mom died when I was 2, but my oldest brother died when I was 20 years old. He was sick. I found out he was sick like a week before he died. His auntie called me and told me, your brother's sick. He's in the hospital. He's fighting pneumonia. And I was trying to check up on him. Even like 3 months before he died, um, I tried to reach out to my brother. He never responded back to me. I don't know why, but I tried to reach out to him. But so anyways, when he was sick, I tried to check up on him every day. Thought he was getting better, but then one day he said he asked the nurse to take him off the machine, and so that's what he did. So I found out about it. I woke up one morning. His auntie texted me, said your brother passed away last night, and ever since then I was like, damn. I was just like, damn. So like a week after his funeral, um, you know how when like somebody in the family dies, you post it all over social media like and stuff. So that's what I was doing. And then one of the girls I went to school with, she had hit me up on Facebook, trying to check up on me, see if I'm all right and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, my brother had just died, blah blah blah. I'm not really the happiest man in the world right now. So I guess at that time she was down on her luck and she needed some money, and I guess she was just trying it out, see what the deal was about that. So for me, she was like, yo Jay, if you could give me like this amount of money, I will let you do stuff with my feet. We could do this, we could do that. So like I'm like, all right, cool. And I go see her, you know what I'm saying? We do the transaction. And it's like after that I couldn't really stop. Like the feeling of being able to pay somebody for sex, so like to get sex that easy, just from paying somebody for it and they willing to consent. I felt like that was the easiest thing to me to do, so I kept doing it and doing it for years.
Do you think you're addicted to it now?
Do you think 2 or 3 times a week is addictive?
That's a lot. Yeah.
I mean, like, I mean, I feel like they say it ain't tricking if you got it, but I feel like if I was to do it every day, if I needed it every day, then yeah, that's addictive. But I feel like I'm just like, I got needs like everybody else. Like everybody has needs in this world, and without like, but when I ain't, if I don't meet, if my needs aren't met, and I feel stressed out, I feel angry, I feel tired, all of that, depressed, all of that. If I can't get my urges off, so
So it's therapeutic for you as well.
yeah, it's therapeutic, but I try to control it, but with the feet thing, it just, I go overboard with it, so it's really hard.
What's your biggest regret?
Biggest regret. I mean, my biggest regret, uh, I didn't even get the. Oh my God, that's a tough question.
It's okay. You're 25. What would you say, Jay, is the most important thing you've learned in your 25 years on Earth?
Most important thing. Don't trust everybody. No matter how long you know them or think you know them, don't trust anybody at all. Not everybody is here to. Not everybody. I was told this a lot. Not everybody ain't your friend, and that sticks with me. Like people will people will smile in your face, but the whole time they just a snake in the grass. So like it's it's hard out here. Can't trust anybody out here. People are fake.
All right. Jayjeezy, thank you so much for sharing your story.